Hello, grade 8s. So we are on equations. Many of you didn't ask me any questions. I'm a little bit worried about some of the harder ones. I'm going to do some of the harder ones on my equations. One of my rules I must remember, I'll do this every lesson with your kids. You all roll your eyes, so you say repeat the same things, but I have to because then you fail. Knowns to one side, unknowns to the other side. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other side. And when I'm finished, if I substitute my right hand side and left hand side must equal each other. Very important for equations. But yesterday we came across where we had two variables, and what was the little rhyme I gave you? It was which variable is larger. And whichever variable was larger, you took the smaller one to that side. Okay, so let's look at an examples yesterday that you most probably didn't do. Which variable is larger? The 3x. So what will I do with this? And you'll see in my homework I put arrows for you to show you. So I'd leave my 3x there. I'll take the smaller one over, and what happens becomes plus 2x. What must I? So now I've got my unknowns on this side. So what must I do with one of my knowns? I must take him that side. So I'll take the 10 that side. He's plus 10. So it becomes minus 10. So it'll become 5 minus 10. What's 5 minus 10? Sorry, my daughter's always here. She's giving me a pen. So, what's 5 minus 10? It's negative 5. And that plus that gives me 5x. So, what am I solving for? I'm solving for x. So, what do I have here? 5x. So, what must I divide here by? 5. When I divide by 5, they cancel. Whatever I do to the one side, I must do to the other side. I must divide by 5. Here's integers. Well, there were always integers here. That was integer. But here, negative divided by positive. It's a negative. 5 into 5 once. X is equal to negative 1. Let's check myself. Put negative 1 in here. So what's happening here? I'm timesing these two together. So what's negative 2 times negative 1? It's 2. So it's 2 plus 5. 2 plus 5 is 7. So I've got 7 on this side. It must be 7 on this side as well. So what is 3 times x? What is x? Negative 1. So what's 3 times negative 1? If you don't know, you should know. You do on your calculator, but that's bad. It's negative 3. So what's negative 3 plus 10? So negative 3 plus 10 is equal to 7. Are my two equal to each other? Yes. All right, let's have a look at our next one. I've got that minus 4x equals 7. Which of these two are smaller? That's smaller. So I take my smaller one over. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to move them over. Okay. And then I've taken my unknowns that side, so I'll take my knowns that side. So I'm going to move him over that side. Okay. So if I take this negative 7x over, it becomes plus positive 7x, eh? So I'll have 7x minus 4x. He stays as he is. Equals. And then if I have 7 here, that 7 stays where he is. Just drop him. I just dropped that negative 4x. But that 7x became a positive because it was negative that side. But if I take him over, he was positive. So when he comes over, he becomes negative. So what's 7 minus 4x? Gives me 3x. Always forget my therefore signs. And 7 minus 4 is 3. What am I solving for? Solving for x. So I divide by 3. Whatever I do to one side, do to the other side. Cancel, cancel. X is equal to 3 into 3 goes once. Check myself. Let's put this 1 back into here. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. So what is 4 minus 4? It's 0. So this side has to be 0 as well. Let's check if I'm right. Let's put 1 inside here. So it's negative 7 times 1, which gives me negative 7. What's 7 minus 7? 0. So that works out. That's correct. So those were the hard ones. Okay. So let's move on to today's work. Today's work is... I don't know what lesson we're on. That's exercise 6, eh? Yeah. Exercise 6, yeah. Exercise 6, equations, but now equations that have distribution in them. So let me do my example. Let's do the example. That's a very hard one for the start. Let's do 6a. Joel, you just got out of me now asking me about this one. 7 open brackets x plus 2 close brackets equals 6 open brackets x plus 1. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so what must I do? You should all know this. You did this term 1. You distribute in a, and I distribute in. You know how to distribute? You should. Otherwise you get a demerit. 7 times that gives me 7x. And 7 times 2 gives me 14. 6 times x gives me 6x. 6 times 1 gives me 6. Exactly the same stuff as the exercise I just did before. Knowns to one side, unknowns to the other side. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other side. And the last one is, which is the larger variable? Which is the larger one, 7 or 6? Which is larger? Which is larger, 11? 7. So I take the 6 over that side. So I have 7x. It was plus 6, so it becomes minus 6x. That's 6x. I like putting him now there because this is gone, so he moves in there. And that was plus 14, so it becomes minus 14. Okay, so then what's 7 minus 6? It's 1, so I have x. It's like 7 pigs minus 6 pigs. Gives you the pig. And then 6 minus 14. Integers. 8, huh? Yeah, 8. Negative 8. Good, 6 minus 14. Okay. And then you check yourself. Put negative 8 in here. Negative 8 plus 2 is negative 6. I hate 7 times table. And what's 7? I'm just doing bod mass here. If that, I put that 8 in here, just works out as negative. So it's 7 times negative 6. 7 sixes is 42. Negative 42. So I've got negative 42 on this side. You can even put these on your calculator, check it out. Put negative 8 inside here. What's negative 8 plus 1 is negative 7. And then 6 times negative 7 is negative 42. So do the two equal each other? Yes, they do. So all you're doing is getting rid of the brackets. And let me do one hard one for you guys. Oof, there we go. That's the bad boy. That's the bad boy there. Okay, let's do this example. So this one over here, you're going to all stress about. And it's something new. It's a new concept. It's a new concept. I'm going to show you now how to do it. Okay. Very important concept, grade 8s. And it's extremely important that you don't mess this thing up. Okay. If we looked at... when we looked at distribution, you must go back in your books, look at distribution. Remember, if you have a negative in front of the bracket, what must I do with that negative? I must distribute the negative in. Don't forget the negative, distributing the negative in. Okay, so let's have a look here. So I've got this equation, but this is the important one. So highlighters, please look. You all owe my love. You all owe my wife hugging and mugs or cappuccinos, right? When we get back. Because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be doing these videos. I'd just be sending you answers and exercises. See this negative here? See that negative over here? You distribute it in. Some of your kids want to distribute that 7 and don't do that. You only distribute the negative in. That negative changes everything. And it's very important to know this negative because next year when I've got you guys in grade 9, and you do factorization, you introduce negatives, and then you won't know what to do. And then over here, I distribute the negative, not the 9, not the 9. Ruan, not the 9. Jared, not the 9. Are you listening? Because you're probably daydreaming. I know you kids. You're just like me when I was in class. Okay, so now the 7 drops. That negative times a positive, negative. Negative times a positive, negative. Now I'm done. 9 drops. Negative times positive, negative 2x. Negative times a negative, positive. So it basically just changes the signs. But now I have to first simplify. I've got negative x. What's 7? Remember, they're unlike terms, eh? So this and this are like terms. And this are like terms, eh? So what's 7 minus 1? It's 6, eh? So I've got 6 minus x is equal to 9 plus 1 gives me 10. 10 minus 2x. And aren't we again back at the questions from last night? Is that not the same as last night's homework? Okay, that was the start of last night's homework. You did things like that. So look now, there I'm back to there. So I just had a little extra steps over here, but this is a harder one, people. This is one that will test you. It will cost you more marks. This is the hard one in the test. Okay, most of my kids will fail this question, and that's just facts. Okay, but if you can now just remember that negative distributes in, that negative distributes in, and simplify, you'll be fine, but you have to practice this. So I've been practicing this for 6 years. That's why I know what I'm doing. Which is larger? This one is larger. So I take this small negative 2x over. So I take this guy back that side. Okay, so that becomes now positive 2x. So positive 2x minus x equals, and I take that 6 over, he becomes minus 6. My daughter just wants my wife there. Let me just help there. Now I have 10, and I take this 6 as positive, so I take that over. So it becomes 10 minus 6. Okay, so what's 2x minus x gives me x is equal to 4. So let's check if I'm right. Put 4 in here, substitution. What's 4 plus 1? 5. What's 7 minus 5? 7 minus 5 is 2. And over here, I put 4 inside here. What's 2 times 4? 8. And then what's 8 minus 1? 8 minus 1 is 7. What's 9 minus 7? 2. So does my left hand side and my right hand side equal each other? Yes, they do. Let me just quickly look at the exercise again, just to make sure there's anything over here. I'm cheating with for you kids, but so what do I do over here? I distribute the 7 in. I distribute the 6 in. What do I do over here? I distribute the 2 in. I distribute the 3 in. What do I do over here? I distribute the 5 in. I distribute the 4 in. What do I do over here? Sorry, there's a shadow. I distribute the 5 in. And over here, what do I distribute in here? I want you to think what I just taught you. What do I distribute in here? The negative. I distribute the negative in. Okay. What do I distribute in here? The 3. And then that I don't have to do anything there, and I'll solve for the equation. Okay. So let me just wait. I shouldn't just explain. Okay, so this is the hardest part of equations. I'm not going to do equations with fractions. I believe that's grade 9. I don't believe that's grade 8. So that's just mine. So I'm going to do fractions. I believe this is the end of my equations besides word problems. It's very important grade 8 that you solve for the equations, and you solve for x, and you apply everything I taught you. This is going to be the hardest. I'll give you the answers, and I'll probably just do some questions and answers with your kids tomorrow. But I believe this is probably the hardest we're going to do. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give a like and subscribe. Yeah, and then I'll speak to you guys during the course of the day. God bless.